Yeah. Hey, what's up, Psycho? It's so over. I don't know what's going on, dude. It's like I don't even know what to do. Like I want to play Epoch, I want to play AMBERSHIRE, and now they're both launching on the same day. I didn't think they were gonna. I didn't think they were gonna be able to do that. I guess the thing, Volstay, is we'll just try to. I mean, Epoch launches first at 9 a.m. if I'm reading my thing correctly, and AMBERSHIRE is 11 a.m. So my guess is we can go into Epoch and set up my characters, and it's just this is very didn't expect this to really happen. So very bizarre. I got a headache, so you have to forgive me. I know it's just crazy. It's like I want to play both, but I hate playing both. You know. God, and I just all right. So it looks like the servers are down, and unbelievable. All right, so the update came out at your glasses broke. Oh my God, that's not good. See, the update came out literally like 30 minutes ago. Okay, Epoch update. The stress. No lag, no crashes coming. There will be more crashes, and they will be fixed quickly as they pop up. 7,000 people on the stress test without lag or crash. It's clear that there is a clear road to very high quality, very high pop stability. All the majors were pinpointed have been fixed. I'm sure there are more, and they will be fixed quickly as they pop up. Based on the overwhelming feedback, it's clear Unity would rather launch us ASAP and fix bugs as they pop up. I also told everyone if we formed a line from Goldshire to Westfall, we would launch, and you did it. So it's time to talk about the launch. And as you guys know, they did form a line, which is kind of funny. And he said if they formed a line from Goldshire to Westfall, they would launch. And as you can see, they did. Garibashi's dead. The only problem is that Gary would not be online, so even more people will start on Kazan. Yeah, I'm thinking, honestly, I'm going to try to get on Kazan just so I can create my characters, but I'm not really super, I don't really feel like I want to play a lot on on Epoch tomorrow. I feel like I would be better served to just play on. I guess it depends on which server runs better. Both servers are probably going to be really crowded. You can't get new ones until Monday. Well, how did your glasses break? I mean, did you just like with the arm broke or something? Did you tape it or something? What's up, Chaotic? So we asked them to form a line from Goldshire to Westfall, and they did. Let's crank it. I also said to everyone, if we formed a line from Goldshire to Westfall, we would launch, and you all did it. So it's time to talk about launch. Launch of Kazan will be August 17th, which is tomorrow, at 9 a.m. This is literally only about 10 hours from now. I mean, we'll see, 11, 12. Yeah, this is 10 hours from now. One of the lenses fell out of the wire and broke the wire. All I can say is tape is your friend. You know, somehow figure out how you can tape them together, glue them together, just so you can wear them, man. You only need to wear them for like a couple days, right? What's up, JR? The lens also broke? Oh my god. Well, then you're gonna have to play without them. I mean, I know it sucks, but move your monitors really close. Pull your monitors as close to you as you can, so you can see the screen. That's what I would do. Like, I mean, I would have a hard time playing without my glasses, but if I pulled my monitor like as far forward on my desk as I could, and I scooched my chair all the way up, I could probably play, but it would suck. I mean, it's not going to be good. Or you can just not play Vols and just watch my stream. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Nox? So it's so weird, and I don't even know what I still don't even know what to play. Like, I don't even know what to play on AMBERSHIRE. I still was unsure which class to play. I mean, I've narrowed it down to the Rogue and the Hunter, and and maybe the Warrior. I'm still thinking Rogue, Hunter, Warrior like third. And the different pets on Turtle WoW are the ones that make me interested. I think I opened up. Did I open up the? Let's see. I know one of you guys had posted about the pets. Let's see, Turtle WoW. I think it was here. Let's take a look at this really quick. Oh my god, this is hurting my eyes. Is there? Oh my god. Oh my god, dark mode. Come on, is there a dark mode in fucking? There is. Why is this not in dark mode? You're killing me. Giving me. I already have a headache. I don't need to see this bright ass shit. These anonymous shit. Oh my god, this is way too bright. You're killing me. Fuck, why is it not dark? Oh, that's dark. This isn't dark. Yeah, but it's not up. It's not up though. I mean, it's just what, testing? They're still testing, right? Right. Is there like a snap? Like I hate how it snaps. Why do you snap? I hate you. Whatever. So you use a video. Hey, what's up, Brian? It's up and get wiped before. Yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to set up some of the UI settings, right? What is this crap? Touch of a loon. Increase your attack and casting speed. Go to positions and move y-axis. Huh? Go to positions and move y-axis. Okay. Can we do that? Can we do that in Bartender? There's positioning. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you, yeah, thank you, sir. So let's go to vehicle bar. Oh, no, here's the anchor. Let's just say center, right? No, it's still trying to anchor. Positioning options here will allow you to position your bar to your liking and with an absolute precision. Change the current anchor point of the bar. Let's make it top and see what happens. Okay, now where the fuck did it go? Where did it go? All right, let's try. Yeah, so we can just do it. We can just do it the Y offset. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Brian. You heading out? So, all right, so let's go, lock this interface. No action bars. Lock out, show secure. Okay. Looks like nothing's keybound. Like, how is nothing keybound? Like, that's crazy. This is Ascension, wow. And how do we get rid of this stupid ass? Did I never set up my key bindings? Let's try hmm. You know what? Let's just go to Turtle Wow. And let's go Turtle Wow. We're gonna go here, count. Let's go to here, and let's go to. We don't have a Veil folder, but let's go to what? Shady Moon. Let's do bindings. Let's just do bindings. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's just do bindings. Copy bindings. The rest of the stuff I don't really need. This is Ascension WoW, and it's fucking crazy, man. Okay. It says B4, but it's not doing anything. Okay, these bindings aren't working at all. These bindings are all fucked up. Let's see. Move forward. Move backwards. Unbind. Strafe left. Strafe right. Jump. Sit. Move. Sheath unsheathed weapon. That's wrong. Toggle auto run. That's wrong. Pitch down. Toggle run walk. That's actually correct. Character specific key binding. Chat reply. Chat page down. Shift page down. According to what I've read, all characters will be wiped. When they launch the server in what, 10 hours or something, all characters are going to be wiped. But supposedly somehow they reserved your names. I don't quite know how that works, but somehow they supposedly reserved your character names that you had. Verbluten, what's up? How you doing? Let's do this, because I'm not going to remember my keybinds perfect. Let's go to Turtle Wow, Turtle Wow. You stoked for the AMBERSHIRE launch? But they're launching Epoch tomorrow. So it's like we've got two huge projects launching on the same day. What kind of genius came up with this idea? I know, it's crazy, man. A, ADF, ADF, Shift X. Actually, wait a minute. R, okay, no, Shift X. Mouse wheel down. Mouse wheel down. And toggle map. Toggle quest log. Am I not seeing like keybinds on any of these bars, man? Like we set keybinds and it says there's bindings on these, but they're not persisting. They're not persisting. Target remains, my friend. Target remains. What did I say? I'm Drizzy, I am completely at a loss right now. I'm like so screwed up right now, right? Well, here's the thing. Epoch comes out, I believe, at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And Turtle Wow comes out, I believe, at 11. So I don't understand why on Epoch that the key bindings aren't showing up on the bars here. See this? What the fuck's going on with that? One, two, three, four, five, six. Like, we have key binds on these bars. Like, but they're not showing up. So whatever. But they're set. So I don't know. There's the menu. I think on Turtle Wow I want to on Turtle Wow I'm thinking Rogue and Hunter. It looks like it's only 2 hours. If I'm here, let's hold on. Let's take a look. Um, my window go. Ah, my eyes. All right. So Turtle Wow, right? Server launches in 13 hours, right? So 12 hours would be 11:31. So 13 hours is oh wait, actually 13 hours. Because 12 hours would be 11:31. So 11:31, so 12. So yeah, it's 1 o'clock. So AMBERSHIRE is 1 o'clock. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, it looks like 4 hours, right? Because 13 hours, 28 minutes. I mean, currently it's 11:31 p.m. So 13 hours and 28 minutes would put it at, you know, uh, put it at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. And if you look at Epoch, they're saying 9 a.m. It says this is your time zone. So, because he's using the Unix time stamp. But so, yeah, this is, yeah, so we're talking 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So it's like a 4 hour difference, you know?
You know, a lot of people have been saying, Project Epoch? There's no way that's going to be popular.
So that was where he had asked them to say, he said, I also told everyone we formed a line from Gold Shadow Westfall. We would launch, and you all did it, so it's time to talk about launch. And then at the end here, there are still many minor issues to fix. It should not delay the launch, but expect frequent hotfixes. Let's crank it. Yeah, I know. Total casuals. So, well, so we got to talk. We got to talk, right? I'm thinking I'm going to play Epoch from 9 to 1. And then I'm going to play Turtle WoW from 1 to, you know what I mean? Then I'm going to play Turtle WoW. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say. On Turtle WoW, I'm leaning towards playing my Hunter, probably, right? Or I could do the Rogue. The thing about the Hunter that is appealing is we do have some. God, my eyes! They're burning my eyes! They are like killing me with this fucking bright ass fucking screen. Oh god. I can't handle non-dark mode, man. Just can't do it. Because fuck learning a new class. I'm not really worried about learning like a rogue or something because I know rogues pretty well, and it'll be fun. But I mean, I'm gonna play multiple characters. There's no doubt about that. Clean my glasses here. Cleaning my non-broken glasses. Volstay. Sorry. Vols, I can't believe you broke your glasses the day before 2 major private server launches. Talk about bad luck. It's like the worst luck. I think you're probably gonna end up just watching me play because you can't play yourself because you won't be able to see the screen. You're just gonna end up watching some other people play, or maybe doing something else entirely. So I went over to my wife's parents' house today, and I was trying to set up this old computer that I'd given her mom, and I was trying to put in like a Wi-Fi card, and I couldn't. There was a USB port I needed on the motherboard that wasn't available because it was being taken up by the CPU cooler fan. So I unplugged the CPU cooler fan, plugged the Wi-Fi card into it. Then the computer freaked out, wouldn't start, said there was some sort of hardware issue. So I plugged the USB, the RGB fan header from the CPU cooling fan back into that fan header, and then unplugged the Wi-Fi card, and then it still wouldn't boot. So I couldn't get the computer to work at all. I said there's something wrong. So I had to bring that fucking computer home from her house, and the thing weighs like fucking 40 pounds. It's such a bitch. So that really pissed me off. And then I come home and find out that Project Epoch's launching. Which I guess we're supposed to be happy about that, but it's just such a pain in the ass to try to play two different games, two different versions of WoW at the same time. All right, I have finished cleaning my glasses. Drop some piece of paper on the floor. You back pilled? What'd you say? You black pilled on Epoch? You're blind. Luckily, I've got keyboard memory. What class did you say you're playing on Epoch? I don't know what I'm playing on Epoch. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the Project Epoch talent calculator, right? Because to figure out what class we're gonna play on Epoch. So the thing about Project Epoch is it has way cooler talent trees than Turtle WoW. Like in my opinion, they're much more interesting. Um, yeah, and so if you go into Hunter, like let's say we wanted to do like a Hunter, you think TBC Hunter was the most powerful? Um, well, let's say what if we did do like a melee Hunter and Savage Strike, so we're still getting the 20% crit. We're gonna go Humanoid Slaying. Wallpapers I have in the browser. What? Can you share that wallpapers you have in the browser? That tiny house. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Tiny house. What? You talking about the thumbnail for the stream? Is that what you're talking about? Here, hold on a second. I don't know if that's what he's talking about. You talking about this one here? I created this image. Yeah, do you want a copy of it? Or do you mean when I open a new tab? Oh, this one? Sure, yeah, I've got this one too if you want it. Yeah, here, hold on a second. What am I doing tomorrow? Shut up, coach. What do you think I'm doing? What do you think I'm doing, man? Oh, man. Um, got to go to sleep early tonight. Yeah. Yeah, getting delayed. I'm gonna be playing like Turtle WoW. I'm gonna have Turtle WoW on one monitor, and I'm gonna have Epoch on the other, right? Yeah, I created this. I created this with AI. This is an image I created with AI. I can put it on my Discord server if you want. So we go here. We're just gonna copy this file. Copy. Let's go to where's my Discord server? Go to Discord. We'll go to media sharing, media, paste image. Excuse me. And then if I go and invite people to my Discord. So if you go Neos, if you go here to my Discord, join the Discord. If you go down to the media sharing section, media, I put the image in there. So going to bed now. All right. Oh my God, my freaking eyes! That bright light, bright light. All right. So back to where's the talent calculator? Fuck, I got too many things going on here. Yeah, like um I have a folder on my hard drive called art reference, and if you go to the properties of this folder, it's 6.15 gig. So these folders here, a lot of these are thumbnails I use for streams, but a lot of them are just art that I like. A lot of it's art I've created, some of it's art I haven't created. You know, um, I've got a pretty large World of Warcraft folder as well down in here. Go to like World of Warcraft. I've got quite a few different, WoW images. Some of them I've pulled off of loading screens. Stuff like this. All kinds of stuff. Structures, buildings. Some of it's concept art. Some of the art I have is concept art. Some of it's art I've created. Some of it's AI art I've created. I have all kinds of shit, dude. I've got so much. Like I said, I got 6.15 gig. So, what do I think about Project Ascension? Man, I don't know what to think at this point. At this point, I think the jury's still out, man. Playing each. Yeah, I think that's probably what's going to happen, Gojo, is just like, I'm going to play one. If it's really running well, I'm going to play it. And I'll try playing. I'm going to play Epoch when it launches at 9. And hopefully, if it's smooth, it'll be good. If it's not smooth, AMBERSHIRE is going to come out at 1. So we're probably going to just play whichever one's running the best, I guess. They really pushed their dev team. Yeah, the dev team's been insane. I can't even imagine. I just kind of shocked, actually. I'm just really amazed that they were able to get. I mean, I thought they might get it out today, but I kind of just, I thought they wouldn't. I thought, yeah, we know Turtle. Well, the Turtle WoW is definitely going to most likely run smoother, just because it's an established. They didn't have to do anything special for their server. They just roll up a new server and everything, like the hardware and the technology, everything's already been figured out. So, and they're already running the new patch. That's why they released the patch, the 1.18 patch early, so that they could fix some of the bugs before AMBERSHIRE came out. Hopefully, was it lagging at 7K? I mean, here's the thing. I almost here if I'll say what I would almost like to do is play on AMBERSHIRE for like a month or something, like a month or two, and then go play Epoch for like a month or two, maybe like something like that. It's going to be hard to progress if we're bouncing back and forth. But if we did let's just figure out what classes we would play if we're going to play on Epoch, right? So if we did do like play 20 minutes with 7K, it has 0 lags. So if we look at the talent here, I played Survival Hunter in the original Burning Crusade, so it's actually pretty strong. It's actually pretty strong. Readiness is really strong. I think if you're gonna play Survival Hunter, the problem is if you go down towards to get readiness, you're gonna have to sacrifice Beast Mastery. So I wouldn't be running like a melee hunter build that would be similar to like my vanilla melee hunter build, which my vanilla melee hunter build is going to be something like this, where we do have our pet spec for damage, right? Ooh, focused fire is going to be nice. So that leaves you 15 points. So would we rather have a 24% chance to root or a 21% chance? I think we'd rather have entrapment. So I mean, you could do something like this where you went really deep into Beast Mastery and still had enough abilities in survival to give you some survivalness, but I don't think this is going to be your best build, to be honest. I think going to want to set up a build that revolves more around you kiting and then surviving close encounters. So I would probably, let's see, instead of doing that, I think you'd be better served to do. Yeah, we'll do counterattack. Now this wouldn't be a melee hunter build though, because we expose weakness. So increase the attack bar of all attackers against the target. So actually, your ranged criticals. Okay, you could go with exposed weakness and just try to proc exposed weakness and then move in for melee because it increases the attack power, right? So that's going to work for your melee abilities. Actually, Wyvern Sting is it sucks to be honest, but it can be useful. It can be useful like if you're in a PvP situation where you see two people coming at you, you can go ahead and take one out of combat, but it's kind of garbage, really. I don't know. It's so weird. Building a melee hunter is so bizarre because you're not really using ranged abilities because you're melee, but there are certain I don't know, whatever. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. Um, I was thinking to go with the warlock, but you want to have fun healing in dungeons and leveling out in the open world, hence going with the shaman. Well, the nice thing about going with the shaman is it gives you the option. Like you can do a healer, but you can always respec into a DPS build, or or like a casting DPS build. So that gives you a lot of so it gives you a lot of flexibility. Let's take a look at the paladin tree because there was some interesting stuff in the paladin tree. I was thinking about going with. There's two different paladin builds. Did I put him? Did I put him in the Discord? Let me take a look. Paladin. I don't think. Yeah, there was this one. This is one of the paladin builds I thought about doing on Project Epoch, and this is what I'm calling like a holy retribution build, where you basically have, you've got improved seal of Crusader, which is going to give you that 3% crit against targets that are judged with Crusader. Plus, you've got the 5% here, so you're sitting about 8% additional crit. But you're going to have a lot of stuff in the holy tree. Some of these holy talents are really cool. Obviously reduction and pushback on casting. Let's take a look. Increase the amount healed by your holy light. You got divine favor, which when activated, your next spell is going to be an automatic crit. You got increased resistance to disease and curses. You've got sanctified light, increase the critical strike chance of your heals, and you also have holy guidance, increases your spell damage and healing. I know it's more of like it's more of like a healing build. But you do get Holy Shock, which does decent damage. But the one thing we don't have in this build is we don't have an improved sanctity aura. So I don't know, man. It is tough. The thing is, it's like I haven't played like kind of Burning Crusade style talents in a long time. So coming up with builds is going to be just one of those things where I'm going to have to play around while I'm leveling. I'm probably going to be respecking a lot. We're going to be respecking a lot no matter, like especially if we play on Project Epoch, we'll be respecting a lot. Like on Turtle WoW, it's a little bit easier because I'm a little more familiar with those talents. But you say Epoch's the clear winner? Yeah, you can't really tank on the Shaman, at least not. You can tank maybe up to like a Scarlet Monastery, but after that, it's going to be a little bit too difficult to tank. So you can take on a Shaman up to maybe Scarlet Monastery or maybe through Scarlet Monastery, but after that, it's going to fall off a little bit. Yeah. I'm more excited. Here's the thing is, I'm more excited for Epoch because of the talents. And I'm excited for both servers. It just sucks. It just really sucks because I want to play them both, but I just feel like I don't have enough time. Like, I'm married and I have a life outside of, I can't just play games all day long every day, so. Will the Ascension Cash App eventually contaminate the server? I don't think so. It's a hard call. Yeah, you do have the cross faction. Well, Valstay, you were talking about how they really screwed up the BM Hunter with Turtle WoW. You're going Priest? I think that's the thing. I mean, I don't think there's any rush to play either one, right? Yeah, I would have gone the first Turtle for sure if it wasn't, that was the goal. And I really like Turtle WoW. Like, I like the way I like the way I've got the Turtle WoW running. It looks so good, right? Like, this is Epoch here, right? But let me show you what you think. It looks like garbage, dude. You may think it looks like garbage, but Turtle WoW's actually got it running pretty well. Yeah, it runs. It's not like a 1.12 client. It's like a 1. It's like a 1.25 client, right? So let me just show you. Like, here's me playing a rogue on Turtle WoW, right, on the 1.12 client. I just want to show you how it does. It looks good, right? I'm sorry, but this client looks pretty damn good. Movements feel good, right? Let me do some combat real quick just to show you. Yeah, I'm just saying it's not as nice as the Epoch client, but Turtle WoW has done a good job of really patching this client and doing a lot of little tweaks and fixes that make this client feel way better than like a regular 1.25. And actually, it doesn't stutter. I have very, very. In fact, I don't really have any stutters at all. I mean, Yeah, it doesn't really stutter anymore. Now it used to. Turtle Wow used to have issues with stutters and lag spikes, but not really anymore. Not really anymore. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know what was going on, Logan. I've played Turtle Wow in the last couple weeks. I played Turtle Wow a shit ton, and you can go watch my streams. And I've had maybe a couple, like in like about 20 or 30 hours of play. I've had maybe one or two lag spikes, and I'm sure I'd get that many in Epoch as well. So it runs way better. Like Turtle Wow runs really good now. Okay. I mean, you're not gonna have a lot of issues with Turtle Wow right now. It runs very well. So this is Turtle Wow. Looks great. Runs great. You know. I mean, I'm not feeling any stutters. All I've got is very, very smooth gameplay. Turtle Wow has HD packs you can install. I mean, that's what I'm saying is the graphics in Turtle Wow also look quite nice, right? Look at these HD packs with, more modern looking textures, better better foliage. Yeah, it doesn't feel like 1.2, right? Yeah, I'm not using Vulkan. I'm actually not using Vulkan. I've seen where you can set up Vulkan, but honestly, I haven't had any issues. Like I'm not using Vulkan, and the game is running really smoothly. Yeah, but there you can set up Vulkan. I was using Vulkan on Return of Reckoning Warhammer. I was able to get Vulkan working on Warhammer Online, and it ran really nicely. But pretty sure we could set up Vulkan here if we wanted to. But again, I just haven't felt like I needed to. It just seems to run so good. I think Rogue is one of the classes that you would notice issues more than any class because of the way I play Rogue. Trying to pull off gouges, trying to get backstabs in. But there's a lot more positioning with the Rogue than some of the other classes. So you notice like stutters and lag spikes on a Rogue more than you would on a lot of other classes. And I've been playing this Rogue a little bit just yesterday and today, and I didn't really I had no issues landing my gouges, landing backstabs. I had no problems. So, and that's that. So now here we're in Project Epoch, right? Same. Feels nice and smooth. I don't know what the ping is. Latency. Oh man, is that right? Our latency is only 72. Shit, I wouldn't have expected it to be that good. You're setting ad on what? What do you mean you're setting ad on the weather? Yeah, the rain in Turtle Wall is fantastic. Every time I, every time I try to change something in Epoch, it like kind of crashes me out of the client. Yeah, so it looks like the server's down again, maybe. I don't know. Actually, what's funny is I like the way Turtle Wow looks better than Ascension. Like with the HD packs at Turtle Wow, I think the graphics actually look better. I think the graphics actually look better. The only thing I don't know. It's actually not a UI. It's actually it's just skinned images. It's basically just images that I use that kind of overlays. You can even see it on my, my cast bar. You just have to download. You have to download Elfwood by T King, something that was created back in around 2007. So T King used to create lots of different like graphical like kind of overhauls of basically the skins of the elements, and so you basically just go and download this. It's super easy. Just download these files. Then all you have to do is go into your interface folder and extract the contents of those folders into your interface folder. So normally in your interface folder, you're just gonna have your add-ons folder, but I don't have just add-ons. I have all these folders, and all these folders are basically the skins, modified skins. That's gonna make your game have these kind of, really cool like leaves and roots on them. Even like the main menu's got like roots, like see the roots around the main menu. I love that the casting bar has it too. Casting bar, mini map, everything. So yeah, what's up, Borkut? How's it going, man? To set up reshade for Epoch, you just use it on the launcher application. You need to select the window. Yeah, you just go into it. For reshade, just run reshade, right? Run the reshade, and you just have to point it to the game executable. So you go to wherever you installed Epoch and just point to the extension.exe. So yeah, no problem, Neo. Just point it to the extension.exe. You can, yeah, and I believe you have to pick the DirectX 9. We can find out. Well, we could find out if I. Well, here, yeah, we can find out. So if I go here and I install it and I go to Ascension, right? And I go next, and I say 9. Let's see what happens next. Yeah, so we're definitely using, because it says update reshade only. So yeah, we're using DirectX 9. So on TurtleWow it's a lot more difficult. On TurtleWow we have to bypass TurtleWow's launcher, so you can't just run reshade and point it to the TurtleWow launcher because it won't work. Because it'll create a Direct 3D DLL. Same thing probably with Vulkan, I would imagine. And what happens is when you run the TurtleWow launcher, it's gonna find that file and think that it's something it doesn't want, and it's going to remove it. So it'll basically break your reshade. So yeah, I don't know what kind of end game that. I mean, Valste, in all fairness, Epoch does have an end game. It's just the regular, right? It's just the regular content that exists in vanilla. I mean, they have Molten Core and all the raids, right? So they still have end game, and they've got modified, like they've got different bosses. Like in Molten Core, they've added like I think 3 different bosses. It's just it's crazy. Both of the versions, both Epoch and Turtle will have so much good to offer. Yeah, I don't want to raid either. I'm not a big raider, so I don't really care much about raiding. I care more. Yeah, in game is arena. Well, they both have arena. Hey, Logan, Turtle has arena too, if I believe. Yeah, both of them have arena. Do we have here? Hold on a second. Okay, so the patch that Turtle just put out like yesterday, right, has a new leveling zone Grim Reaches, a new leveling zone Northwind, another new leveling zone Balor. It's got a new dungeon, this dungeon. It's got another new dungeon. It has classic dungeon extensions where they've added stuff to Razorfang Crawl, Razorfang Downs, Zulfark, and Black Fathom Depths. They got extension content for Molten Core, so it wasn't Epoch. I was thinking it was actually Turtle WoW. Has 3 new bosses, 2 new locations, new transport routes, class changes, some new locations. But I believe that Turtle WoW has. I thought Turtle WoW was going to have arena, weren't they? Yeah, right here. Turtle Wives are rated arena teams. PvP leveling, PvP balance tweaks. So yeah, there are rated arena teams for Turtle WoW. See, I don't know how the rewards are, the PvP rewards, but I believe they're there. Gather your allies, sharpen your blade, and prepare your spells because rated arena is calling. Whether you're a seasoned gladiator just stepping into the competitive scene, now's the perfect time to form your team and carve your name to Azeroth's PvP league. Join forces with friends and rise through the ranks together as you face off. Raid arenas will come with new exclusive rewards. There's also PvP leveling. Got some PvP balance tweaks. I haven't really looked at this. Yeah, they have arena. Epoch is. Yeah, I think Epoch has the better PvP system for sure. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think that's the one thing where Turtle WoW kind of screwed up on was messing up War Mode. Yeah, they really screwed up with War Mode. Project Epoch has better talents, has a more flexible talent system, and Project Epoch I think has better PvP. Um, I think Turtle WoW just has more custom content because you have to figure if you haven't played Turtle WoW that much in the past like 3 or 4 years, like I have not, then there's so much custom content in Turtle WoW that I haven't even experienced. And now we've got the 1.18 patch, which just has a shit ton of other new stuff. So, I mean, that's why I'm playing both right now. I plan on playing both servers. I can't play Hunter on both though, because that's just too much Hunter. Or maybe it isn't. I don't know. I did a lot of the Gilneas questing content, but I haven't done any of the dungeons because my character was hardcore, so it was kind of hard to get hardcore players together to do those dungeons because you can only group with other hardcore players. Um, they're so different. Like, they're very different. The Turtle Well Hunter, because they can use Mongoose Bite whenever they want, it's not predicated on like you dodging an attack or whatever. Like, and Turtle Well has some talents that really increase the. They make your traps even stronger than they are on Epoch. But Epoch has. Let's see. Like an Epoch, with the hunter, you've got some different. You have a lot more talents. The TBC talent trees are a lot more fleshed out. And if you look at Turtle Wow's talent calculator, I'm sure I have open somewhere. I have. Let's see. Maybe I don't have it open. Right, so like here's the hunter talent tree, right? And then if you look at the turtle talent tree, you don't have as many options. But turtle has some different stuff like lacerate. You got vicious strikes, which reduces the cooldown of rapid strike mongoose ability. They nerfed this. This used to increase the damage of. And that's really they got stinging nettle, which is actually really nice because you can fight mobs that are immune to poison nature damage, but this ability actually bypasses that. Serpent Sting will get applied and ignore resistances and immunities, which is pretty cool. So I don't know. I like the thing like the Turtle Wow Survival Hunter is a lot more melee based, whereas the Project Epoch Survival Hunter is more like you're good at melee, but if you're gonna really if you're really gonna optimize the playstyle of survival for PvP specifically, is you're going to be kiting too. You're going to be doing more of a trying to root people, slow them down, get your traps up, and just kind of whittle them away. You know, kind of shoot them at a distance and kill them at a distance. You're going to be working more on kiting. You're still going to be having high survivability in close because of deterrence and because of because of lightning reflexes is going to really scale your agility up quite a bit, which is going to really play into increasing your dodge. And I definitely always go with improved aspects of the monkey. So you're going to have a high dodge, high parry, because I always grab deflection as well. High dodge, high parry. Your traps are going to be having a really good chance to root people. So it's kind of this in-out play style. But I definitely feel like the Turtle Wow Melee Hunter is stronger in close than the TBC Melee Hunter is. But I'm just trying to figure out which class to play. Like, if I play Project Epoch, which class should I level? Should I level a Hunter or it's going to be Hunter or Paladin? I'm either going to level. And the thing is, here's the thing: the play styles of the Hunter, I think, on Epoch, the play style of the Hunter on Epoch is a lot more flexible. It's a lot more. You're going to be pressing a lot more buttons. There's going to be a lot more thought going into what you're doing. The play style for the Survival Hunter on Turtle WoW is a lot more brain dead. It's a lot more simplistic. You don't have to really think as much about what you're doing because it's a real simple game style. Smite Priest looks really good. Yeah, let's take a look at that. I think Smite Priest was good, right? Like for PvP, right? Hmm. Oh, increases the target spell damage. Whew. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, some of these abilities are so cool. Have we seen Have we seen her theory crafted at unique, interesting builds with the Epoch talents yet? I've looked at them, but I haven't done enough with them yet. You think the Undead Paladin would be cool at Epoch? Yeah. 905 of horror will be Undead Paladin. Yeah, there's going to be a ton of Undead Paladins. But I think, yeah, I think this. The Smite build does look really good. I mean, you've got. I like the Force of Will. Increases your spell damage 5% and the critical strike chance of your offensive spells. Obviously, that's great. Of course, I love Reflective Shield. It could really be useful against like warriors and rogues. Um, I like Focus Will as well. After taking a hit critically, you gain Focus Will effect, reducing all damage taken by 4%. This is going to be great against those melee characters and increases the healing effects up on you by 10%, and it stacks up to 3 times. So we could get up to 12% reduced damage and 30% increased healing. Think about that. If you keep Renew up on you at all times when you're getting hit by melee, which you should, you're probably going to get this stacked 3 times, which means your Renew is going to be 30% bigger heals. That's actually pretty good. That coupled with Reflective Shield, and of course your improved Inner Fire, and even the ability to pop in Pain Suppression if you want. And of course, once you fear, you can always pop Inner Focus to get a big, greater heal off just to top yourself off. So this build has a lot of good damage at range, but it's also got a lot of good in close survivable, a lot of survivability in close. And we still have 4 talent points. So yeah, I think this is a really good priest build for Smite. Yeah, this looks really good. Yeah, you can do AoE. We can pop in Holy Nova. I'm not sure how hard Holy Nova is going to hit, but you can pop in Holy Nova. We also have what is the Spirit of Redemption? Yeah, we have Spirit of Redemption. Priest soul spirit upon death, the priest becomes Spirit of Redemption. Whatever. And then we also have healing prayers, just mana cost of prayers and healing, and increase spell damage, healing by. Okay, and then we can also do that, right? Just to increase our spell damage. So yeah, I think that would be a pretty interesting build. The thing with, like I said, I haven't played the Burning Crusade in so long, and even when I played it, it was back almost pretty much in the original Burning Crusade, so I never got a chance to theory craft. Like I played a Disc Priest in TBC, right? I was like doing arenas and stuff, and I was like around close to a 2,000 rated, priest in twos, and which was good back then. That was like put me in the top like 10% probably on the server, and yeah, but I didn't ever do like a DPS build for a priest. Like I did disc, and I couldn't even tell you the build I ran for disc now, like back then, because it was so long ago. I definitely, I'm gonna say I probably had pretty. I don't even know if I had improved. I probably had improved Power Word Shield. I know I had meditation. I did not have Divine Fury. I don't remember. Plus, these talents aren't exactly the same, but you only got 1850. Yeah, I was around 19. I actually got to like 1950, but it was the first arena season, so it was the first time I'd ever done arena. Yeah, but even 1850 was pretty good. I mean, remember, like, just even being 1850 was pretty high rated, a pretty high rating back in the original first, arena season 1. But the problem I'm running into is I don't know what to play. I don't know what to play. You know. You know what's funny is when you look at these classes up top, it's really funny. I don't play shamans, mages, warlocks, and druids that much. So basically, you can draw a line right here. Everything on this side are the classes I play the most. Everything on this side are the classes I play the least. Um, I like to play warrior, paladin, hunter, rogue, priest. Those are my favorite classes. So and I've already got a paladin build. This is my holy rep build for PvP, which I have no idea if this is going to be any good. It could be total garbage. But we haven't built like my standard like rep prop build. So we could do something like that. We could go here. It would be something along these lines. Let's see if we reset this tree. I don't know which would be better, combat expertise or parry. I think combat expertise is probably going to be reduces your chance to be dodged or parried, increases your total stamina by 8%. If I go with Undead Paladin. So yeah, I mean this would be kind of a fun build, because whenever I go with a rep protection build, I always have two weapon sets. I mean, obviously I'm gonna have a two-hand weapon just to do damage, and then I will have a sword and board so we can swap into that. Um, yeah. Only got 2 and 5 on Reckoning though. What if we did just this? And then we could go with a more reckoning build where we were not using Seal of Command. We'd be using a different seal. The other thing to keep in mind is that Epoch is so different with the seals, right? Because now they have these spells, these seals, but they're not attainable right away. So you're not going to be using like Seal of Vengeance or Seal of the Mountain. I think one of the things that's most appealing about Project Epoch is their racial knowledge, is their ability to, once you get to level 60, open up quest lines that allow you to learn knowledge from other races and then use those racial abilities. There is seal twisting in Project Epoch, and it's pretty interesting actually. It's something I'll definitely be looking into. It can be too much work for sure, but it can be useful in certain situations. So there's a specific video that a guy did that did a good job of covering it. Let's see if we can find it. It was actually this guy here.
5 points into divine.
So let's see.
Biggest weakness, which is AoE. Choose a racial set from another race for getting its damage anymore. Talking about seal twisting, Project Epoch changed the window you got to seal twist to make it easier. They adjusted the small window where your two seals can be activated at the same time from 400 milliseconds to 500 milliseconds. This change makes twisting easier by reducing the room for error. Seal of Command and Seal of Penitence both work as seal initiate.
Yeah, so Winter here kind of covers it for Project Epoch, and he does a good job of covering it. So I'm not sure why this person messaged me this. I already have this, but thank you. Thank you. Yeah, point one more time. Yeah, you have a little bit more time to do it, right? But Kazan stress test realms may come up a couple times more before launch just to try some things. See you at launch in 9 hours. Crazy, man. It just sucks because honestly, I used to hate TurtleWow's client because I'm not a big fan of the 1.12 client, but I love the way TurtleWow looks with the HD packs. They have HD packs A, B, C, and I think H or something. I'm only running B and C, but TurtleWow looks great. I think TurtleWow looks better than Project Ebot graphically because of the HD packs that you can use. Um, and the client definitely does not feel like it's still a 1.12 client, but it feels way smoother and better than any other 1.12 client you're going to play. Still not going to be as smooth as Epoch. And if we go to advanced interface options, let me take a look at my ping. I'm actually, my latency is only 103, which is pretty good. And on Epoch, I was around 70, I think, which both are really good for me because those are both European servers, and I'm in the United States, so that's actually really, it's really good. I am using a VPN. You can see I'm using exit lag, so. Are they really ready? I guess we'll find out. I mean, I guess we'll find out. I don't know. My thing too, Vols, is it's like Project Epoch. I mean, if they obviously have a lot of bugs to work out because of all the custom content, and I'm not in any hurry to like. I'm not in any super big hurry. You know what I mean? Like we can always play Turtle WoW and then go play Project Epoch. I don't know. I don't know. It's just kind of sucks that both these projects have come out at the same time. It really does kind of blow, you know. Yeah, I mean, Dutch talked about that. He talked about all the bugs and how they'd fixed a bunch of bugs and how there's probably going to be a lot more. But he said, but as fast as the thing is, they're fixing them so fast. Like they're fixing bugs, like they're fixing like tons of bugs in one day that for whatever reason K Totes and his team hadn't fixed. You think it's 95% vanilla? I would. The cool thing about Project Epoch is there's a lot of stuff. There's actually a lot of stuff to it. Sassarine. There actually is quite a bit of cool custom stuff in Project Epoch. I don't know how well it's going to work, but if you go to the racial knowledge is really cool. The other thing is that they do claim that the world is going to be more challenging. Like so, the difficulty here, right? So others have been reborn in a world of true danger. On Project Epoch, creatures hit harder, survive longer, and unleash empowered abilities, pushing players to rise to challenge. That's another thing that's really interesting about Epoch is they claim that the mobs are going to be stronger, which I think is much needed because let's face it, vanilla WoW is too easy, right? So that's really cool. Let's be honest, as it was always leaned a bit too easy. This became painfully clear with the release of the WoW Classic and continues today on Classic era servers. Creatures hit like wet noodles, have low armor, rarely cast abilities, no raw pride, less than an intense challenge. We spent countless hours rebalancing the world, using modern day and fresh design approaches, reaching as a far more dangerous immersive. So if even any of this is even remotely true, that's a great change, right? You couldn't still event your company mobs and Mulgore. So yeah, so that's good. That's a good change, right? Yeah, and Turtle WoW, I would say the Turtle WoW's mobs are also more difficult than like a classic WoW server. So again, that's a cool feature. There's also Epoch Time, which is kind of a neat feature. In Project Epoch, time moves differently, no longer tied to a real-world clock. The world breathes with its own rhythm, faster, more dynamic, and full of surprises. Whether you're adventuring at dawn, dusk, or under starlit skies, time is now an integral part of the world experience. So there is stuff like there's certain things like only certain events can happen at nighttime, and stuff like that. So I think that's cool. It's nice to see them change the time. I think that's a good change. So I'm excited for that. And then I don't know what is under miscellaneous. Um, they added these little these little things you can ride, which I don't really care. They got an achievement system. So the achievement system Wrath of the King lives on, but not without careful attention. We meticulously reworked or removed Blizzard's original achievements to ensure they align with a vanilla-themed world, preserving immersion consistency. On top of this, you'll discover entirely new achievements and feats of strength. So there's some achievements. There is transmogrification. There's some banking upgrades. Project Epoch retains the guild bank system introduced in Bring State, offering shared storage space for guild members. We've also preserved the additional personal bank slot available in later clients, giving players just a bit more room. So that's cool. And there's some mount scaling, which is cool. Maybe that's like Turtle WoW. Your mouse speed automatically scales with your highest unlocked writing skill. Giving you okay, so that's fine. We got dual spec. Because we got the barbershop. We've got battlegrounds and arena, and we got some collection tabs. So we got all of that in Epoch. We've got world bosses. Yeah, we've got new items. I mean, Epoch has a lot of stuff. There's quite a bit of stuff. You played the betas of Epoch across the years, and the hubs aren't too special. Dead Mines and Wailing Cameras are cool. I played the Epoch betas as well, and I thought the Dead Mines was really cool. I never got a chance to play Wailing Caverns, but I was very impressed by the Dead Mines. You said if the server has any longevity, it should hemorrhage 9% of its pop in a month. I don't know if they are, Drizzy, if they're hard or not. They should be. Like, Black Desert at nighttime mobs were more difficult at night than they were during the day, which again, I appreciate that. I like that. So the other thing that's interesting about Project Epoch, again, like I said, and I think one of the most interesting changes is the racial knowledge. I still think the racial knowledge is one of the coolest things that Epoch has going for it. World upscale difficulty. Oh, you said shouldn't. Yeah, you're kind of blind. Yeah. Yeah, PvP is a core pillar of Project Epoch, and we've made sweeping changes to ensure it thrives. From system overhauls to tailored, so we built the world with battle is always an option. So they have battlegrounds, arenas, and ensure PvP gear stays used alongside new PvE content releases. We will be featuring PvP in seasons. So they have seasonal PvP. They also have level by blood. Additionally, level players can find PvP gear on their own at vendors outside of battleground entrances, such as the Morshan, Rampart, and the Barons of Horde, Silverwing Grove, and National of the Alliance. This gear can be upgraded for a discount. So, there's gear that you get like Warsong Gulch marks, and you can which is what was in I think vanilla anyway, right? In vanilla anyway, you could buy maybe not exactly like this, but you could definitely get PvP gear from these vendors. But here you can get like weapons, which I don't think weapons existed at like I don't think we had weapons at like level 15 and 25 in regular vanilla WoW, So the PvP is going to be like I think Project Epoch is going to have a much better emphasis on PvP than Turtle WoW. And you can get you can get jewelries, like neck pieces and stuff from marks, and all kinds of gear. And there's honor points, of course. There's conquest points from arena. So I think that's another thing that's really cool about Epoch is the PvP system. I think is better than what Turtle has. I just think Turtle has a lot more custom content than Epoch because Turtle has been around a long time, so they've already created tons and tons of custom content. They have a lot more. Doesn't Epoch have PvP stats that people didn't like though? I'm not sure what you mean. Like, you talking about like resilience or? Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't have a problem with resilience. In fact, I always kind of liked resilience. I always thought resilience was a good change. I always thought resilience was a good change. The thing I didn't like was in certain versions of WoW where the best PvP trinkets, for example, came from PvE raids. That I don't like. I also didn't really like where PvE gear was like better than or almost as good as PvE gear. I feel like if you're doing like dungeons and stuff, like I feel like PvP gear should be for PvP and PvE gear should be for PvE. That's kind of how I feel about it. So, and you shouldn't have to do PvE to get like the best in slot PvP gear. I don't really think that's a good idea. Yeah. So the question is what to play. What am I gonna play on Project Epoch? Okay, here's all my Turtle WoW builds. Here's our priest build. Turtle WoW for the first week, see how Epoch holds up. If it's only positive, then dive in. That's probably what you'll do. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I was leaning towards was spending more time playing Turtle WoW, just because we know that Epoch is going to have like a lot of people playing it, and there's going to be a lot of moving parts, whether they're opening up new realms to support the amount of people, or like how many bugs do they find with the stuff that Katos and his team put in there? I don't know. But there's always the FOMO is real, man. The FOMO is real, Vols. It's like as much as I'm not the kind of person who tries to keep up with everybody leveling wise, you don't. I still don't want to feel like I'm falling way behind. Yeah, they said it would. They said it was going to have crashes. They said, Dutch said that we're pushing this out, knowing that there's still bugs to be fixed, and that we will still run into crashes, but that we'll fix them as fast as we can. And the reason we're doing that is because the community has asked us to do that. Community has said we don't care about bugs, we don't care about the crashes. We'd rather get in the game and try to play it. Which again, I think the Turtle WoW is going to be a lot more stable. Like AMBERSHIRE should be way more stable. Wasn't Epoch the server with retail mounts at level 1? No, no, no. Epoch is a traditional vanilla WoW. They're trying to keep it traditional. So yeah, definitely not. Yeah, there's no mounts. Yeah. Yeah, was it Bronzebeard? Yeah, Bronzebeard's garbage. Yeah, Bronzebeard is crap. So honestly, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play Paladin. I think on Epoch, I'm gonna play Paladin, and on Turtle WoW, I'm going to play, I guess, Hunter. Man, I don't know. I think that's what I'm gonna do, though. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. We'll start off with the Hunter and Turtle WoW. Eventually, we'll progress to the Rogue next, and then lastly, we'll probably hit Warrior. So we're gonna do like Hunter, Rogue, Warrior on Turtle WoW, and then on Epoch, I'm probably gonna be doing Paladin and either Paladin Hunter or Paladin Priest, probably. Let's see what Turtle WoW has to say about Project Epoch. All right, guys. I think I'm probably gonna. I'm starting to get tired. I think I'm gonna go to bed and try to get some rest before tomorrow, because tomorrow sounds like it's gonna be a really busy day. Tomorrow's gonna be a very, very busy day. So look for me to start streaming probably around 8 to 8:30 a.m. tomorrow, or I guess today. It's today now. Probably 8 to 8:30 a.m. Um, for the Project Epoch launch, and I'll start leveling the Paladin, and then yeah, we'll see what we can see, and then when the AMBERSHIRE gates come out at 1, we'll switch the stream, and we'll start playing on AMBERSHIRE at 1 o'clock, and we'll level the Hunter. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Psycho, I'll see you in Darkshire, man. I hope you guys have a good night and everybody get some rest, because tomorrow's going to be a very, very busy day. I foresee a lot of crashes, bugs, maybe even like exploits, people finding exploits and stuff in Epoch. Um, we'll see. Is that, I don't know Dutch well enough, Miles. Is that just his personality? Is his personality that he wants to try to compete with Turtle WoW? Has Dutch always been a very competitive person with Turtle WoW? I wonder. Like, yes, I don't know Dutch personally, so I don't, I don't know. Ah, when the producers compete, the consumers win. Yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely these two projects competing directly against each other should help us. We should see, because the players are going to go towards the better content. So whoever's the better content, then the other project that didn't win out is going to fight like heck to, to make their content better. So to try to catch up. The thing is, I like Turtle WoW a lot. I like the community on Turtle WoW. I like the community on Turtle WoW better than Epoch. The Turtle WoW radio is fire. I don't. NX70. What, Green Day? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, exactly. The Ascension community is unhinged. Is there a launch date on Epoch? Yes. It's going to launch in 8 hours and 15 minutes. Yeah, I don't know what the free song was. 8 hours and 15 minutes is when it's launching. Project Epoch launches at 9 a.m. today. I mean, 9 a.m. my time. Right now it's 12:45 a.m. You'll be playing Epoch. You love Turtle, been playing there for a couple years now. Gonna stick with Epoch mostly until Turtle WoW drops the underline. Yeah, I think Miles, I think that's a pretty interesting idea, yeah. You think they will, just to flip off Epoch? Maybe they will release the Turtle the UE5 trailer tomorrow. They've been working on one. It certainly feels like Dutch is trying his best to compete with Turtle WoW. Or try to get, Epoch versus Total is going to be like two hot chicks competing. It is weird. It is very strange. Yeah. Yeah, the good old threesome. Been there, done that. Don't let my wife hear me saying that out loud. Did you read? You know what's funny is if you go to Ascension and you read the comments, I mean, it's pretty crazy. Like when you read this. Okay, listen to this. This was from yesterday at 7 p.m. Performance is still looking great. All right, let's read up to here. Right? We got 6.5 to 7K without lag. Performance is no longer a concern. Now it's time to focus on crashes. Actually, we need to start here. Sanitization, which causes significant performance loss, has been turned on, and we are at 3.5K online without much lag. Many crashes have been fixed. Issues with transports have been fixed. Keep in mind, these things are all stuff that existed in Project Epoch. So Katos's version of Project Epoch had tons of issues with it, right? Many crashes have been fixed. Issues with the transports have been fixed. Bottleneck with authentication was discovered and should be addressed. That might not have been to be fair, that could be a Ascension thing. Important, there is an issue with transitioning people between instances. There are not layers in Epoch. There will not be layers in Epoch. There are not going to be 2 North Drive hours or something like this. There's zone continent splitting. One key way you hold many players is splitting continents. This has been used for large servers like the Sour Snows for a long time. The impact is a slight phase in, phase out of zone transitions that you almost never notice, but there's a bug right now where that isn't happening properly, causing desync where you may not see your friends. This is being worked on, and it will be fixed. The aggressive performance issue I noticed yesterday with TypeScript WoW was discovered. Now, this is 100% a K-Totes Project Epoch thing. There was an issue with TypeScript WoW. This has been fixed and committed, and I think I did open that up. If we go to GitHub, we can see the pull request, right? You can see the commit right here. And he entitled Fix Event Callback Copy. So here we've got some sort of defined fire category name. I don't know. Some constant. So again, they created a constant variable. Not sure how that fixes it, but I don't know. Category name callback. RxS category name callbacks. CXX callbacks, low callbacks, MID. Auto constant. It's basically a pointer to a variable name. Yeah, I don't know. I'm too out of touch with my C++ code. But when you read these comments, it's obvious that there were a lot of issues with Epoch. A lot of issues that we would have run into. Like if they hadn't merged with Ascension, these issues were going to come up, and these were some serious issues, right? Aggressive performance issue with TypeScript WoW. Sanitization, performance is looking super good. We have needed information for what further improvements can be made. Sanitation will be running simultaneously. Again, with this running, the realm will lag. Performance is still looking great. Crashes, even with sanitation, which crashes a lot more, are minimal. Work has been done to fix some major bugs that have been spotted. Major bugs have been spotted. Issues with partitions not seeing your party has been fixed. Many issues with wagons, this is stuff that existed in Epoch before it joined Ascension, have been fixed. The issues with not seeing your corpse should have been fixed. Many other small issues have been fixed. Leading to an issue with respawning game objects. This should be fixed next. You know, they fixed a lot of shit. So, anyways, I'm off to bed, guys. I will catch you pretty soon again for the launch of Project Epoch. What a world! What a world! What a world! What a world!
breathe in this thing. No. Please. No, not that.
Yes, that.
Sanders! Sir! What's the matter with this thing? What's all that churning and bubbling? You call that a radar screen?
No, sir. We call it Mr. Coffee.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here on this most joyous occasion to witness Princess Vespa, daughter of King Roland, going right past the altar, heading down the ramp and out the door.
Will you turn that thing off? What? What is it?
I'll be down immediately.
Shall I have Snotty beam you down, sir?
I don't know about that beaming stuff. Is it safe?
Oh, yes, sir. Snotty beamed me twice last night. It was wonderful.
All right, I'll take a shot at it. What the hell, it works on Star Trek.
Who is he?
He's an asshole, sir.
I know that. What's his name?
That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major asshole.
His cousin?
He's an asshole, too, sir. Gun is made first class Philip Asshole.
How many assholes we got on this ship, anyhow?
Yo!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Keep firing, assholes!
I'm having trouble with the radar, sir.
What's wrong with it?
I've lost the bleeps, I've lost the sweeps, and I've lost the creeps.
The what?
The what?
And the what?
You know, the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps.
That's not all he's lost.
Sir, the radar, sir. It appears to be jammed.
Jammed. Raspberry. My brains are going into my feet.
What the hell was that?
Spaceball 1.
They've gone to plaid.
Here it is, sir. Spaceballs.
Good work, Corporal. Punch it up. Not much to work.